Everybody hear me all right? All right, I don't know if we're doing a sound check on the microphones. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Sky Room, the Rosenberg Sky Room here at the University of Incarnate Word. We were here 1 month ago today for a very similar press conference, and that was to discuss with the Southland Conference their review of our institution. Today we're bringing back Tom Burnett, Commissioner of the Southland Conference. He's going to make an announcement here based on what that finding was. At this time, I'm going to turn this microphone over to Tom Burnett.
So what do you want me to tell you? Good afternoon. It's always a great day to be in San Antonio. Again, we were here a month ago, as Mark mentioned, and had a great campus visit over the couple of days, and we're back here today. I will usually tell you, or usually I will say, we don't come back to tell you you're not getting in the conference. We usually would email or send a nice Dear John letter. But we are very happy about the announcement that we have for you today. First, I'd like to thank folks here in the room on behalf of our Presidential Board of Directors at the currently 10 member institutions of the Southland Conference. First, want to thank President Lou Agnesi for his visionary leadership at this university. As many of you know much better than I do, great things happen at a university because of its leadership. And we quickly, as a site visit team, acknowledged and saw for ourselves a month ago all the wonderful things that have happened at this campus as we learned more about it, and of course got a chance to come onto campus and see things, meet people, get an assessment for ourselves. So I want to thank the president for everything, and we've really enjoyed getting to know him. Also, to Vice President David Jurinovich, want to thank him for all of his insight and assistance and help. We have each other in our cell phone memory, so we're talking quite a bit all the time, but David, we appreciate everything there. And then, of course, Mark Pappage in the athletic program, his senior administration, all the coaches who are doing great things here at UIW. You may recall, if you were here a month ago, we talked about our process and what we are trying to do with Southland Conference membership. Essentially, at the end of the day, and this is probably no different than any other conference, we're trying to make ourselves better, enhance our product, provide all the wonderful things that student athletes need to have a memorable, competitive experience. And that's a lot of different things. But we kind of know it when we see it, how we can enhance our conference. And when we start to look at this university, and certainly, as many of you know, we've had a great history in the city of San Antonio. And our presidents have said from day one, San Antonio is important to us. It's been part of our history, even going back to the early days of our conference in the early 60s. So we have been a part of this community in some way for a long time, and that was very important for our board. So we're looking for a lot of different things. We're obviously looking for someone that has an institution that has the ability to be competitively successful. This is athletics. It is Division I. That's a pretty high threshold for competition. I know a lot of our coaches here in the room have either played or worked in Division I, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's another level, and it's a great thing for the university to be involved in Division I. So we're really happy that the university is moving in that direction. I don't know how many student athletes we have in the room, maybe a show of hands, if I could. Specifically for you, I want you to know in the Southland Conference, there's nothing more important than student athlete welfare. We're here for your benefit. We have about 3,000 student athletes in the Southland Conference right now. They're the most important 3,000 people that we work with and work for every day. We want to give you a first-class competitive experience. We want you to succeed academically. We compete in a great, tight geographic area, and you're going to be able to get back home. You're going to get to class. You're going to do well. And in Division I, the academic standards are different. Coaches know that. They know they're going to have to recruit different, perhaps, student athletes in the future. But we're here for you, ultimately, and we're excited about the future. So We love this city. We have fallen in love with this university, and we think that there is a great future here. So like I said in the beginning, we didn't come here to tell you no. Instead, Dr. Agnesi, if you want to come up here, on behalf of our board of directors, we proudly invite you to become a member of the Southland Conference, July 1, 2013. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Tom. Well, over the last couple of years, we've been recruiting Division I athletes with Division I coaches. And now we have a Division I to enter with the Southland as of July of this year. We have signed the agreement between ourselves and the Southland Conference, and we look forward to participating next year in the Division I of the NCAA. Now, more importantly, since this is our last year in Division II, we need to make sure that we take as much as possible over the course of this year in Division II, because this will be the last year that we have the ability to go into postseason. Because once we start with Division I, it takes 4 years before we can actually get into the postseason competition. And so we need to make good for this year so that we leave with a bang as we leave Division II, a great conference, the Lone Star Conference, and look forward to Division I with the Southland Conference. We were very happy that there were some schools that were in the way, and they got out of the way so that we can just continue to march forward. And so on behalf of the University of the Incarnate Word, our board members, Gary Henry, who's here, is the chair of the Finance Committee of the board, Donna from our Alumni Association, we are very pleased to be able to enter Division I athletics starting in July of this coming year. Yeah, the beauty of the conference, if all happens that we think is going to happen, we'll have a 14-school university conference at Southland, if they add the other 2 schools as well, which we hope that they do, which gives you a great schedule for basketball. 14 times 2 is 28 games. You got your schedule done. And you got a great schedule for football. You got 11 schools that play football. You got 11 schools, got 11 games. It's done. So from a scheduling standpoint, you couldn't ask for anything better. From a student-athlete standpoint, we're very pleased because Southland is very tight geographically with Louisiana and Texas, basically, one Oklahoma school. So we'll be able to get back and forth like we need to without our athletes missing class, which is very important for the academics here at the university. Our faculty are very pleased for this move as we continue to build the Cardinal brand in Texas. This year, we'll have over 9,400 students at the university in various programs around the city. And we're very pleased as we continue to build on what's been here every day.
With the transition to Division I, nothing changes for the coming year. And pardon me, let me start at the beginning. Nothing changes for the current year. They will be Division II Lone Star Conference members. Next June 1, they have to file paperwork with the NCAA. Basically, their application for Division I standing membership. As part of the new rules, a conference has to invite you now for you to make that move. You can no longer make the move on your own from Division II to Division I. That's where we will come involved, and we will notify the NCAA of this invitation, and we will, to a certain degree, kind of provide oversight during their transition to Division I. So in 13-14, they will play in all sports except football. The plan is a conference schedule. However, they will not count yet as a Division I opponent for scheduling purposes. The following year, 14-15, is the first year they will be able to count as a Division I opponent, even though they do not have full Division I status yet. Then you have to get all the way out to 17-18, which is, if everything goes according to plan, and we know that it will, that they will be fully eligible for NCAA championships. Now, during that transition time as well, there will be some sports that will not be able to compete in conference tournament events because we have an automatic bid that goes to that winner. And we couldn't afford to allow a non-eligible team to win our tournament. We would lose our bid to the NCAA regardless of sport. So that's, and we can talk on the side too about some more of that detail. So
I know that a lot of our athletes had asked questions. What does this mean to them? We're here to take care of the athletes that are here. We're here to work for you to get you moved through graduation. Does this mean competition becomes bigger and faster? Yes, it does. Does that mean that in sports that you're playing bigger, faster people? Sure. But that's what you're here to do, to compete, just like you're going to compete for your jobs in the market once you get out. This is going to put you in the best possible environment to be ready to move into the outside world and get a job and move on. And that's our goal for you, to make you successful as you move out of the university into the world. Okay? That's it. Thank you all for coming.